Okay, so this is the example of basically one of the cars I want to build. I'm kind of into these like older, 90s or even 80s certain American cars that I think are really cool. Now, I don't know, I think this is like a 95 or something. It's called it's an L series or an SC, even when I think it's an SC1 or an SC2, or maybe that's the coupe designation, I don't remember. I've looked this before on the internet and I couldn't even get a solid answer out of the internet, you know what I mean? So apparently nobody's even thinking about these damn cars. So one thing I was noting was that it basically has invisible seat pillar. You know how like the Nissan Murano and their Maxima and all these things, they have that look now. Even the Lexus, it's like an infinity window type of thing. And look, this car totally has that. This is a long time ago. My ideas for this car, I've never built like a B series engine, so I was thinking, well, I need to get the weight on it first, Once I get that, I can start thinking about it more seriously. But I would like to maybe do like a B16. And I don't know if I would get cams or not. I really don't know anything about B series motors, so I would need your guys' advice on that. It's a cool 4-lug. I'm gonna take a look inside. It looks like it has pretty decent back seat room. The guy had a bunch of cigarette cartons in it. I don't know where he is, because earlier he was sitting in the car. I just really, really think they're cool. So what I would do is, B series VTEC, and I want to put some Enki RPF 1s on it. Maybe 16 or 17. Those wheels actually look kind of big right now. I wonder what size they are. I don't know what this guy is. I want him to come out and get really mad at me. I'm going to go for it and try to figure out what the size on them. It's a 15. 195 60 15. Wow. And so 15 looked actually pretty big to me on there. So I was thinking 16s, or 17s. Like, I'm not going to donk it out. 17 might be really cool. I don't know. I think maybe a 16. Because modern cars you can put 17s on, and I want this to represent a little bit more of the era. So like 16s, my first thought is RPF 1, but I may do something else. But they made this really pretty blue-green color, kind of like when Honda had with their EG. It's a blue-green, it's not that that more green-looking Honda color. I don't even know if it was a real Honda color, but a lot of people paint their Hondas this color. It's more of a blue-green. And Saturn made it too, and it looks really cool on this car. I have like a takeoff, what do you call those wheels, removable wheel. And I like wood grain wheels, you know what I mean? But then some people say, like, when you drive it, like a leather wheel, you let it slide in your hand when you make your turns. And maybe you can't do that with the wood. I don't want it to be inconvenient. I'll figure it out. Or I could put maybe just like a wood vinyl wrap or something. I don't know. I don't know. But look at the greenhouse of the car. And why that means, like, it has big windows. Look, the visibility looks like it's incredible. I don't know if I've ever been in one. I like the shape of it. I think this would be really fun to have and to take to shows. Another thing I want to build is a Fox body, like a notchback. Like 90 or something. I don't know if I'll pick the right year. I want it to be black. And my big all-time goals on it would be to put a 1JZ, maybe a Hydro. It's gotta be the black coupe, not the hatchback one. And I want to put some bright wheels on it. So recently I've been really, really hella into the slant lip BBSs, like where it goes from like a 16 to an 18. Like, I just think that just looks incredible. And that would probably look super cool on that thing. And they sell, because that car is raced, oh my god, every part you can imagine. It's like a Honda Civic, like if for the aftermarket world. Those Fox body Mustangs are. Like, even Raceline sells, $400 coils for it or something, So like, if you want, I could maybe start with that, and then if I needed, put some Swift springs in it that are stiffer, because they're a good company for that. Like what Tyler Fialco uses. And so I would have the Stang as my little 2-door sports car. This would be like a peppy run around town car. So like, I would use this when I had like 1 or 2 kids, and then me and my wife would go to, I don't know, restaurants or whatever the hell, and maybe she could drive this most of the time. And another thing I want to build is like a 90 or up to 94 Chrysler, Dodge, or Plymouth van. And this is the body style right before they went to the super round. Blah. This is right before that, where it's really boxy, you know, it almost looks JDM. And that thing, I would want to put a K20 in it with ITBs. And some of those, it's a JDM wheel. I can never recall the name of it all the time, but they have like 8 or real fat spokes. I'll try to superimpose a photograph here. I want to put those wheels on it, because I think that's a 4-lug too. You know, and a manual transmission, K20 with ITBs. And that'll be like the family car. It's a 7-passenger. And you know, like if they sold them for, it can't be the smallest thing in the world, because if they sold this van, you know, for 10 years, that means people were buying the van and using it as a van. You know, cars got super big and crazy recently, but cars used to be tiny and tiny motors, and everybody did fine. Everybody drove them fine and had a fine time. Another thing I was thinking about a lot is, oh, well, I don't know. I also really kind of dig a convertible. So like there's an NC MX-5, which I think is cool, kind of. I just like convertibles a lot, and I think it'd be fun. But that Saturn, I think it would be kind of cool. And I don't care if you think it's a horrible idea, because once it's finished, it's going to be seriously bad as fuck. And, you know, it doesn't even, you know, I'm not building a BMW, you know, so you can give me a high five. You know, I've looked on Craigslist and stuff like that for those Saturns, and even like Auto Trader, and people don't put that thing on, you know, to sell. So I don't know where I have to literally find like that guy. I have to walk up to him and say, yo, I'll give you $200 for this $100 car, and I'll drop you off at your house. Look, I'm just noticing there's some kind of thing on here. It's like a pipe in the road, in the parking space. Sometimes I've parked my Harley in like a parking lot like this and come out, and the kickstand is sunk like an inch into the asphalt. I mean, it's happened like 4 times or more. Here's an older CRV, which I've seen a lot of people do. I'm trying to keep this thing zoomed out. Let's go. Jesus, hell. I've actually seen this thing lower down a couple times, like even in person. And I think that would be a cool thing. You know, that's like a... You could fit 4 people in there totally fine. And if it has a 5th seatbelt, then you guys could just tough it out for a little bit. I drove in my friend's, she had a Isuzu Rodeo, I don't know, like an older one, and I was tripping a little bit, and man, it was so much fun in there. It's like a perfect size. It's a full-size SUV, you know, 5-passenger. One of our friends jumped in the back. This Beetle's running. God, I hate when people are in their car. I think it's the weirdest thing. Who sits in their car? I've been reporting, walking around here today, and I've come across more than 20 people sitting in their car while they're running. There's another man, the guy in the Hyundai right there, he's sitting in his car while they're running. Why? What are people doing? Getting damn notifications out here. I want to talk to you, bitch. So anyway, I took a bunch of videos. See, it's about this size or a little smaller than this. The Isuzu Rodeo I'm talking about. This one's a little newer. See, I like these ones. That's the Wrangler Unlimited with the real like the longer rear end, but it's still a 2-door. That's the one I would want to get. I mean, the window looks kind of silly, but I don't want a 4-door Jeep. Jeeps are totally fine. You can fit 4 people in there or whatever. There's a sheriff over there. Alright. I don't like when there's too many people walking around here. So I just wanted to go live and talk about that car, those cars and stuff like that, because I was recording videos, but who knows when I'll get around to posting it. That's more people in the car. Because I don't sit on my computer often. That's what you have to do to edit a video. You know, you have to be disciplined in that arena. So I figured by going live, I could just get some shit out there. Alright. Peace. Thanks for watching. Let me know. Just talk to me. Bye.